Hmm. 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 Okay. How you doing, George? I don't know. Can you hear me? Hello, Nancy. Can you believe Valentine's Day is going to be here soon? I wonder how many people out there right now are smacking the flesh right now. No. So I know how to put the camera on. Can't hear me though. Okay. Did this never fully loaded? Ain't that something? Or did they? Let's see. Sound check. This suggests that is forward. This one is backwards. Well, at least sound check was forward. It's the sound check working. Cast through YouTube, and it looks like I'm doing so successfully. However, all right, you can't hear me loud and clear. Okay, very good. George, mind your business. Mind your business. Do what you say. 420 started early and ended late. We ain't even at 420, George. You already ready. You practicing. Practice make perfect. So I assume that you are seeing the board in reverse. Let me see. Let me do this. Let's see what's going on here. I'm trying to figure out how to. Okay. If when I come through YouTube board, it suggests that you're seeing things. Okay, well, I'm gonna go with the board that I believe that y'all watching. Y'all have to let me know. Are you seeing it? Because one board shows it. I wonder if I refresh this board, is it gonna kick me off? I'm gonna refresh this board. Oh no, I can't do that. I don't know, because one board shows me that you're seeing it direct. You can read left to right, and another board shows me that you're seeing it in reverse. So I don't know. No, I'm gonna get rid of this right there. Okay. Another sound check. Reverse. So I don't know. No, I'm gonna get rid of this right there. Okay. Another sound check. Reverse. So I don't know. Ooh, my voice is so harsh. Always has been. Let me see if I can reduce this to small. Let's see. I'm trying to line my boards up. Okay, I need this one to be in front. Let's see. Okay. All right. What time is it? Oh, it doesn't show the time over on this one. It's a whole lot of stuff to manage going through YouTube. Okay, anywho. Welcome to Can Angels Fly, Tarot and More. My name is Nancy, and today I'm here to consult the tarot cards for the month of February of the year 2021. Okay, I fixed the board. Thank you, George. For Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo. At least that's what I expect to do. If you're ever interested in ordering your own personal tarot reading, please contact me by email. My email is canangelsfly1@gmail.com. All the details that you need to order your own personal tarot reading is below this live stream. And if you're ever interested in showing your support, you can do so by Cash Apping me. My Cash App name is on my homepage in the header. Thank you. How y'all doing tonight? I haven't even taken the cards out the box yet. I was so busy messing with this technology. Okay. Whew. It's cold. I don't know if I'm gonna make it all the way through. So George, back to you. Are you interested in being one of those people that get to, how you say it, slap the skins? What do you say? They're out there right now, smacking the flesh. Smacking the flesh. That's so clean and nice. That's what it's called nowadays. I wouldn't know anything about it. I'm pure as the driven snow. Okay. All right. The first sign we're going to start with is Aries. Hopefully that came through. Let's see. It's cold in here. Oh, gosh. It was too hot, now it's too cold. Aries, your motto is I am. You are a masculine fire sign. right, Aries, your first card is the Chariot card. I like this card. This card seems like it really corresponds with you. The Chariot card suggests that you have what leadership abilities. You are courageous. You are brave. You are balanced and eager to move forward in life and to have life experiences for what life experience sake. You know, just enjoying life, ready to move forward. Your next card is the Magician, also another complimentary card, Aries. Aries, the Chariot card and the Magician card suggests that you are eager to move forward with your life experiences, whatever they may be, in the month of February, and that you feel and you are capable of manipulating any circumstance and or situation in your favor. Oh, I'll say it like this: you at least feel like you can manipulate any circumstance, situation, or person in your favor. So I just feel like in the month of February, Aries, you feel very confident and hopeful, and you're inspired again to move forward with life. It seems that you really enjoy life, and even with all of its challenges, you still have a appreciation for this experience called life. Your next card is the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles talks about your inner emotional state in the month of February as a direct result of your quality of life. The Four of Pentacles suggests that Aries generally have what they need to sustain their life. This particular card, the Four of Pentacles, suggests to me that you've gone through an evaluation period, looking at your immediate environment and all that it consists of, whether it's people, the places, your home, your community. You're looking around and saying, I'm in a good place. You may not have everything that you want, but you feel like you got everything that you need. And so when I say you've gone through this evaluation period and come to this place of understanding, let me try to explain what I mean. I'm talking about where it may have been a time period where you were preoccupied with or smitten with having the treasures of life, the name brand clothes and shoes, driving a fancy upscale car, having to have the biggest house and the biggest fat bank account. And you may have very well gone through a period in which some of those things dissolved. And you find yourself with the bare basics. You have found yourself with the bare basics. You got a roof over your head and it's okay. Your cabinets have food in it. It might not be lobster tails and crab legs and what do you call it, bonbons and things, but you got you some ice cream and maybe some other type of fish or whatever you may eat, or something more simple, and you okay. You might not have, you recently in the last year or so, keeping our current events in mind, you may not have added to your like Jordan collection or whatever you fancy, but you're okay. You realize you got what you need and you feel really empowered. I feel like a lot of Aries don't feel as stressed out as they once did when they were in pursuit of like staying up to date with the latest, the most trendiest, the most socially uh, anticipated or expected fashion, or again, to have the creme de la creme all the time. I feel like it's a burden off your shoulders in the month of February, and you're experiencing that space in which the burden is off you, and you realize life is good after all. You never had to have all of those fancy doodads and the best of the best, the creme de la creme, to live your best life. Your next card is the Knight of Swords in reverse. And the Knight of Swords in reverse suggests to me that in the month of February, you pull back from being in pursuit of certain ideologies or ideas. what ideology or idea am I talking about, Aries? I'm talking about the idea of having to uh having this idea that the only way you could live your best life was to partake in um the exaggerated treasures of this world. You know, it's a change. You're not in pursuit of that. You're not seeing through that particular filter in the month of February. Back to your motto, which is I am. It suggests that you are free. It's like you are absolutely free. And for the first time in a long time, able to live your best life on your terms and not on the terms that have been imposed upon you by the world, like what advertisement or what do you call it, social peer pressure and different things about uh, things in life, you know, acquiring things in life. Like you have to acquire certain things in life, high-end things in life to live your best life. You are free. Okay, that's a good start. That's a good start. And I say that about your reading, Aries, because many times when I read, it got to get all spiritual and just can't be basic. Just old mundane life. I really appreciate that reading. Okay, we're about to move from Aries to Taurus. Okay. All right, Taurus. Your motto is I have. You are a feminine earth sign. So let's see what the cards suggest is in store for you for the month of February. Your first card, Taurus, is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles has come in reverse for you. And the Eight of Pentacles coming in reverse immediately points us to a partnership you have or a relationship that you have, that you are interacting with that other person for the purpose of building something in your physical world, sustaining something in your physical world, or, you know, building, sustaining, or maintaining something in your physical world. An example of what I mean is you may be married or in a relationship with another in order to what? Sustain your family. You maybe got kids. It's like people that are together and they work together to get their kids up and grown and out of the house. Or you could be in a business partnership with another, and you two or whomever are the parties, you and the other or others are working together what to build up and sustain a business of some type. And so this Eight of Pentacles talks about someone, one of the parties, either it's you, Taurus, or another party that you're involved with in this partnership, who is not being or not capable of being effective or professional. They may be slacking off in the month of February. As the Eight of Pentacles itself talks about a person who has a level of mastery, skill, talent, tactic, know-how, and they could be workaholics. They just know how to get the job done by any means necessary. But with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it suggests that a person is displaying the opposite qualities of the meaning of this card. Again, they're lacking professionalism, work ethics, and different things like that. The next card for you, Taurus, is the Two of Pentacles. It's also in reverse. The Two of Pentacles points back to the Ace of Pentacles, which talks about the initiation, the onset, or the urge to move forward and build something or sustain something or create something in your physical world. I offered two examples. The first example was a couple that stays together and works together to, you know, raise their children and get them up and out the house, you know, successfully. Second Example I offered was being in a partnership, business partnership with another, and you two working together to build up a business or sustain a business, really make it profitable. And so, once again, the cards are pointing to that partnership that's specific to you and your story at this point in time. You have the urge to do what? Build something, sustain something, make something profitable. But the question emerges in the month of February, how do you do it? With the Two of Pentacles suggesting a choice. How do you do it? It's like not having an option. And why don't you have an option about how you can move forward, sustain, maintain, or build something in your physical world? Well, it goes back into that partner. I don't know which role you're playing towards. Are you playing the delinquent partner in the month of February, or is it the other that you're in a partnership with that is being delinquent, not being professional, not having a good work ethic, And so it goes back and talks about or suggests that a blockage exists because of this thing is really glitching, inability to, perform professionally. They're not performing effectively. So it's blocking you. It almost seems like whomever you are in a partnership with, they're stopping or hindering the ability to be effective or profitable. They're like really being a roadblock in the month of February. And it almost seems, and I'm jumping ahead a little prematurely, that you're confronted with a choice to if you need to relieve them of their duties, release them from your contract, whatever kind of contract y'all in, so that you can move forward. Or, maybe you can talk to them and let them know that they're not being effective. They're not being professional. You're not being able to bring any profit in or anything like that due to what? Their negligence or their unwillingness to perform the task that they're responsible for. It's like something has to be done because they're truly blocking it, blocking your ability to move forward or progress. So it's like, even if you pick up the slack, Taurus, if you're the one being professional, and effective and got this work ethic, even if you try to pick up more work, do more work, try to put in more effort, it still would be in vain because of what the other person is doing. The next card is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And so the Nine of Pentacles in reverse points back to the Eight of Pentacles, which is already on the table. And remember, the Eight of Pentacles is in reverse, pointing back to the Seven of Pentacles. So to me, this talks about a sequence of important events or circumstances or situations that will play out in the month of February. And these this important sequence of events is this partnership and the ability to have this work ethic plays into this Nine of Pentacles. It is a beliefs surrounding what a person or what you two are like working to obtain, build, create, or sustain. That's to say, either, getting the youngsters up, educating them, and, instilling values in them about hard work or however a person rears their children, and somebody's not seeing the value in the work anymore, not at all. They're not seeing the value in the work. They feel like they've put up enough effort and the fruits are not making the hard work make sense in some way. If it's business, as an example, a person is not seeing, like, for instance, let me give you an example to make this make sense. Let's say, hypothetically, case scenario, Taurus, you're in a partnership with another, and you've been in a partnership with another for a while in business, and you've been working to start an example of our art gallery. And so you and your partner been doing what you're supposed to do, what you're each supposed to contribute to get this art gallery off the ground. Y'all have acquired the building, y'all paid the lease on it, you didn't put the art, you didn't selected your artist and put your artwork out there. But clientele maybe hasn't been coming in as you had hoped in the time in which pattern, which time frame in which you had hoped. And so it's still work to be done. There's still you still need to make money. Maybe you need to fundraise. And the reason why you might need to, again, fundraise or put a type of event to try to stimulate uh, uh, you know, clientele and what do you call it? Get earnings in, some profit in, is because the mortgage is due on that lease again, because you still got to pay the utility bills to the building, you know. So those basic things have to be addressed. Otherwise, your whole business goes on. So your partner, who is not at this point in time in February, they're not doing their part. They're not walking around like dusting the art. They're not trying to brainstorm to figure out what y'all can do. Like again, what do they call it? Uh, uh, Having some type of event to fundraise. They're not doing any of that because they're not seeing the benefit in the endeavor anymore, in the business endeavor. And the benefits that they are looking for are the profits. And you're a long way from the profits, is what I'm saying. In the month of February, you're a long way from the profits, but you do have the business. It is up and running, and you just have to stimulate, you know, again, business, a clientele. And so you might, in the month of February, still have to pay that mortgage. So let me try to clarify what I'm saying. February, January of this year, you probably already had the business already up and running. Everything's set up. You just waiting for the clientele. Come February, well, the clientele hasn't come in like y'all had hoped. And so your partner is like slacking because they ain't seen no, you know, stream of clientele and the stream of income uh to the point of profit. It does seem like it's just nowhere near profit. And your partner's like slacking off. I ain't gonna say ready to give up, but they slacking off because they like, oh, I gotta go in my pocket again and pay for this lease, you know, the rental lease. I gotta go in my pocket again and pay the utility bills to this building. We didn't make anything. You know, we're still we're going into the hole. And so that's why they're not doing their part. And because they're not doing their part, they're blocking you from building, sustaining, or maintaining your business, as an example. If they don't do their part, what I'm saying, if they don't do their part, if they don't come up with their part of the lease, then you aren't going to be able to most likely hold your building, sustain your building, you know, or whatever is a part, or the parts of your business will begin to suffer and collapse if that person doesn't do their part. So in the month of February, you might be confronted with, like, I might have to get rid of them or replace them or something like that. You may have to get rid of them and then go get a loan to cover your expenses until what? The clientele rolls in, and the income roll in, to the point what? You get profit. Your last card, Taurus, is the Six of Pentacles. Wow, you got all Pentacles. This is a full deck, Taurus, all Pentacles. So it's all about your physical, worldly sense of security and stability attached to your business endeavor, or maintaining your home or something like that. It's all about money. It's all about finance. It's all about, again, sustaining a particular quality of life that you've grown accustomed to. Because the Six of Pentacles talks about your day-to-day routine and all that you have to do to meet the demands, such as pay bills and things like that. And the Six of Pentacles talks about how you have to, let's see, recalibrate your life or reorganize your life in order to have reciprocity. Because this business partner, you're not having reciprocity with. Y'all not working together effectively, and it's on them. They are the ones doing it. They're the ones slacking off. They're the ones not being professional. They're the ones not making good on their part of what they're supposed to contribute. And as mentioned, in the month of February, you have to make a decision, you know, because your own well-being is going to be negatively affected if you keep this partner around. Back to your motto, Taurus, is I have. It seems in the month of February you have a decision to make, and it's not one that you can ignore, nor should you ignore. Why? Because if you fail to address the situation, this challenge in your life in the month of February, it is going to negatively affect your own physical sense of worldly security and stability. Hopefully that made sense. Okay. That was cool. That was mundane reading. I appreciate that one too. Stay consistent, cards. Okay. The next zodiac sign I'm going to read for is Gemini. Oh, after I do this set of readings, I got to go turn the heat back on. I woke up, it was so hot, somebody had turned the heat all the way up. Maybe I turned it down. I was all the way down. I was so mad. But it's freezing in here. Okay. Okay, let's see. Gemini. Okay. Gemini, your motto is I think, and you are a masculine air sign. I mean, it got really cold in here. Yeah. Okay. What you say, George? You say, I wouldn't say no to smacking the flesh. Oh, look, George. You go ahead and practice your 420. Practice your 420. All right, Gemini. Your first card is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords immediately suggests to me that for you, Gemini, in the month of February, you will be moving forward in pursuit of having the opportunity to socialize and or have some type of exchange with another, communication. I kind of feel like it's like, as an adult, sometimes we need adult companionship and somebody to really just talk to, connect with. It's just that the need to satisfy the innate desire to connect to another will primarily appear. You know, somebody that can understand us, that's on our same vibrational level and mental level. And just be able to kick it, you know. And I kind of feel like, maybe I'm saying this a little prematurely, is literally just for the sake of pacifying that innate desire to connect, so, you know, socially with others. The next card is the Two of Pentacles. It's reoccurred back since Taurus. Okay, the Two of Pentacles is in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles points back to the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, suggests or points to, an initiation or an urge to manifest something in your life. But what or whom in this case? It appears once again that in the month of February, Gemini, you have an urge, a desire, and an innate urge to move forward and like build or manifest or sustain a partnership with a peer for the purpose of what? communication, with that sense of belonging, connectedness, and just that communication exchange that takes place against people, and how it can be very satisfying to just have somebody to talk to belong, to connect with, to laugh with, those kind of things. That's what you want. But it almost seems like with the Two of Pentacles, to whom would you do this? Who could satisfy you in the way that you need to be satisfied? Some people need maybe to get around a small social circle, and that small social circle participates in certain things. In the urban area, it's quite common that when people get together, that they are drinking and smoking and talking crap, maybe playing some cards. That's a particular type of setup that may satisfy or pacify some Geminis. Other Geminis could just want, the one-on-one intimate conversation with another, just talking, acting silly, I don't know, drinking on some wine, that kind of thing, and watch movies. Maybe it's not really about talking, but sitting together with another peer and watching movies and drinking some wine. That could satisfy another type of Gemini. It just depends on what type of Gemini you are. And so in the month of February, where are you trying to figure out exactly what kind of small social circle or intimacy that you need to pacify you? Because right now, it almost seems like you're feeling isolated, more like isolated, and just needing companionship. Um, that's what it is. So keeping in mind our current events, with a primary focus on being quarantined. Many people have been quarantined over a whole year. It's been about in about 2 months, it'll be a whole year since they announced the onset of this vid. So some people have literally been quarantined for 10 months. And Gemini may, have struggled in this area. And in the month of February, this is another period or time that you struggle with having to be quarantined or isolated or alienated away from your small social circles. The challenge here in the month of February is a particular type of small social circle that, or social intimate setup that you need, and you're aware of that. Again, it could be a Gemini that just want to go with a peer and hang out, drink, sip on a little wine, and watch some old movies and laugh and talk stuff. George, you talk about 420. You could be wanting to go hang out with a peer or some peers, and y'all do the 420 thing ahead of time, practicing, and you watch all the smokers movies like Pineapple Express and Harold and Kumar, and 40-year-old virgin or whatever else, to lighten up your load and your spirit. The next card is the Seven of Wands. It's in reverse, pointing back to the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands talks about your day-to-day routine and all that you have been required to do in light of our current events and the various circumstances that are unfolding, whatever those things have been. I'm sure it's for Gemini, it has not been like it had been in the past before all of this vid stuff and this quarantine stuff started. In the past, you may have been able to roam freely and go to your various small social circles, and you partook in all of them. You went to the 420 meetup and you watched the Pineapple Express and Hero and Kumar. Then you left there, and then you went over another acquaintance house where you were more on a one-on-one intimate basis, and you were sitting up talking stuff and smooching and whatever else. So you may have gotten your the whole array of informal social entertainment. Now, it's down to a minimum due to what our current circumstances situation. And so this Seven of Wands pointing back to the Six of Wands is talking about what you're actually been able to do, like over the last 10 months. Those things, like there were stipulations put on society when you leave out, masked up, and you're able to go to the grocery store if you need food, or to the doctor or stuff like that. The necessary activities to sustain your life. That's what we were told to do. And so you've been trying to, you know, oblige these demands, but yet it's had its negative impact on you because you may have been broken away from your social circles that you frequent at will, you know, in the past. And so the Seven of Wands itself talks about all of these associates or partners that you have, all this potential social entertainment you can engage in, and you haven't been able to, you know. So what am I saying? I'm saying that Gemini, you may again be going through a phase in a period in the month of February that you feel what do they call it? A little jittery because you're tired of being away from your social circles, whether again into more intimate social circles or more of the party scene or um, I don't know, maybe you haven't been able to visit your siblings or something like that. Maybe they stay out of state and you haven't been able to get with them, or y'all all just been practicing social distancing because some siblings got a bunch of kids and others don't. Anyway, it ain't like it used to be where you can just go wherever you want to go, when you wanted to go, pop up without calling, those kind of things. And so you're thinking back, referring back to your motto, which is I think, you're thinking about all these various social circles that you have in previous time had, you know, had the ability to connect with whenever you felt the need to connect, so to socially engage with others. You thinking about it, and you thinking about how you getting a little frustrated or upset or getting a little anxious or feeling alienated in the month of February, and how you got to do something about it. Your last card, Gemini, is the King of Pentacles, and you're going to do something about it in the month of February. So you start off thinking about it, but before February closes down, you going to go make your connection with whomever you prefer. As the King of Pentacles represents, is a representative of our earth sign energy, which is Taurus. So you might be engaging others for the purpose of what? Sitting up, eating ice cream, watching Harold and Kumar, and taking in the 420. That's the Taurus. Or you may be engaging with another social circle in which you can do the Virgo stuff. And you get real detailed. Maybe y'all going to get real detailed on each other, who you connect with. Or you can, you know, I don't know, participate in like playing cards. That's a, you know, you have to get detailed. You have to pay attention. Some dominoes, put a puzzle together. I don't know. Keep up with the news, those kind of things. And then last but not least, you can do the Capricornian thing when you connect with these others. You can be like, hey, we got to get something popping. You know, I'm getting a little bored, money getting thin. We're going to start a business or something. Or we're going to work on something. We've started that fire pit before all this took off. Let's finish it. You know, so what am I saying? I'm saying, hey, for you Gemini, in the month of February, you got an itch and you ready to get out, you ready to socialize, you ready to connect. That's what you want to do. You don't know exactly what you need because it almost seems like you're in a state of deprivation come February. Like I've been without so long. And in times past, I had all type of social circles I visited and frequent 420 ones, wine ones, building stuff, you know, and I ain't had none of that, you know, and these are people I can engage at any given time. And so in February, so okay, okay, you make up your mind what you need. Again, is it that 420 session? That's what you're gonna go partake in before February close out, or do you need to connect with your siblings and they out of town? Out of town. If that be the case, okay, well, guess what? You gonna mask up and get on your airplane, and you gonna go visit your people. Because what? You've been thinking about it. And for you, in the month of February, Gemini, think it only lasts so long. Hopefully that made sense. All right. The next sign is Cancer. This thing is glitching. I hope it's okay. Sometimes when it glitches and I look back at my videos, it be big gaps in my presentation. Other times, the sound, The sound don't be sequenced with my, no, it's like I'll be lip singing or something. We gonna see. We are going to see. You know what I forgot to ask for you to please like this video, share my channel with others, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Once you have subscribed to my channel, please go to my home page, and I think in the upper right hand corner, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I go live or upload a video. Thank you. Oh, I might as well add my little thing here. And if you're ever interested in ordering your own personal tarot reading, you can do so by contacting me by email. My email is canangelsfly1@gmail.com. Okay, back to reading the tarot. Let's see. I think it's Cancer's next. Okay. Cancer, your motto is I feel, and you are a feminine water sign. All right, Cancer. Your first card, it keeps saying high PC usage detected. Earlier it said it was really low. Well, I guess this app itself makes it run high. Okay, Cancer, your first card is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles is in reverse. So the Seven of Pentacles first points to, is it seven? Yeah, seven. The partnerships that you have of different types. It could be a love partnership, a business partnership, just a regular social exchange partnership. The details, of course, are depend on your story. And it talks about like the value of any given partnership that you have. What's the value of your love relationship? What's the value of your best friend relationship? You know, it's really taking it into account, again, the value of each and every partnership that you have. As mentioned, the Seven of Pentacles is in reverse, pointing back to the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles talks about your day-to-day routine and all that you have to do to satisfy the demands of life, of man, and of God. For most of us, it's a lot of aspects on the table that we have to contend with from day to day. Again, the details are, the reality is directly attached to your details of your life. And that's to say, what do you have to do? Just imagine, case scenario, that you're a Cancer that have a lot of demands. You're required to go to work 8 to 12 hours a day. You have children, maybe multiple children, and they're required to have schooling. You're maybe you're a single parent and you're required to go to the grocery store and to obtain all that you all need to sustain your life. It's just all of these things. Then Cancer, you're trying to take care of yourself, so you try to have a health regimen. You want to keep your kids healthy, so you try to have them have a healthy regimen. I'm trying to lay it on thick here so you get an understanding of everything that you have to do. Again, it's different for each of us, and it's even different for each Cancer. What's on the table, what you have to deal with that's on the table to sustain your life, and also try to build a quality of life for you and those under your care. Then it's also your own desire to partake in something that you enjoy, that you like, that makes life worth living for you. So all of these things you're trying to do. And so this tarot card here, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, is saying, okay, now you know Cancer, you got all of these demands on the table. Now look at these various partnerships that exist in your world. All this work that you're doing is not just for yourself. Sometimes it's for a spouse, or, as mentioned, or the kids, as mentioned. Some you try to pull off of yourself, or you might have a friend with benefits, whatever the dynamics are, or to your story. And so it says evaluate them. Example, Cancer, if you are Cancer with children, all the works that you do, evaluate it. Is it worth it? You know, it's saying evaluate, even like judge your kids. Is it worth it? Is it worth taking them to, I don't know, to bounce at the bounce house or the air house if they're not doing well in school? You know, example. Is it worth it? Because it almost seems like some Cancers are on the verge of being overworked to me. And it says, okay, Cancer, if you got a friend with benefits, are they worth your time? Because you got a lot on the table to handle, especially in the month of February. Is that friends with benefits? What kind of benefits you exchanging? Are you getting what you need from this friend with benefits? If not, then maybe that's an aspect of your life that you might want to dissolve. Because what? It's too demanding. You already got enough on your table. It almost seems like it's asking or suggesting that Cancer take some things off their table, you know, that shouldn't be there. That Cancer is allowing to have a space in their life, and it's just more demands, more demand, and it's more consuming. And then it might, the cards could also be saying, hey, Cancer, there's other aspects of your life when you look at and evaluate the partnership, like with your children. Maybe you need to put some more time over there, invest some more over there. So anyway, what am I saying? I'm saying, hey, Cancer, you, for you in the month of February, it's telling you to look at the various dynamics of your relationships with these, in these different types of relationships you have. Evaluate if they're good for you or if they're not. If they're not good for you, you might want to get rid of them or dissolve them. If they're good for you, make sure you know that you are having uh, you know, that you understand that a partnership is a good partnership for your life, and make sure that you are investing there. You know, investing in the partnerships that matter, that kind of thing. The next card is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles is pointing to those partnerships that they didn't wore out their welcome. Though these particular partnerships are really demanding upon you. I don't care if the partnership is, if you're contributing to a wore out or a toxic partnership, your energy, your vital life force energy, your sexual juices, your money, whatever, you know, your time, is saying pull back in the month of February. Pull back, because it is not beneficial to you in any way, but it is depleting you, and this energy you need for yourself. You need it to sustain your life and your physical worldly well-being, as well as those that's under your care that do matter, that are worthy of your time, your energy, and your effort. And so you are possibly pulling back. I feel like that you are aware of this, Cancer, because going back to your models, I feel you feel that you may be at this point where you're overwhelmed with, you know, addressing all the physical demands of this world, moving to pacify life, man, and a God. You know that you kind of overworked, and you also aware of the places or the people that you are investing your time, energy, and effort to, that isn't practical. You're aware. That's what you feel. You feel it already. The next card is the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords say, hey, in a month of February, Cancer, you'll be making a choice. Either you gonna release it, or you gonna what? I want to look at the other card. You're gonna exhaust yourself. Here's the Queen of Wands, which is your next card. The Queen of Wands represents the fire energy, and it's your vital life force energy out, being pushed out into the world to what? to satisfy the demands of life, man and of God, and everything else you got to do that's on the table, and how you do so very effectively and professionally. You give all that you are to meet these demands. But the queen has come in reverse. So number one, first thing is that the queen popped up. And so it talks about you being so aware of what all of these demands are, and all of these relationships and what they require of you. That's what the queen represents, that energy, being receptive. I know you need this, and you need this. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to move on it, and I'm going to satisfy it. I'm going to pacify. I'm going to do it, you know. But at the same time, you're human, and your energy is limited. Your energy can be dissipated to the point that you become deficient, and you can't perform effectively for, the aspects or the relationships in your life that's worth you giving your vital life force energy, you know? And so the Queen of Pentacles in reverse points to how you move and you try to satisfy everybody needs and desires and urges and things to your best ability. You could do it under Aries. You could just move forward and keep bursting. I mean, just pushing, even though you feel it already, Cancer, that you're tired, you're going weary, you need to reserve some energy, but you just instinctually just burst. Foof. Okay, you need this. Foof. And you just like, excuse me, just exhausting your energy, and it's just these bursts like, oh, I'm so tired, I can't do it, but you catch a second wind somehow, woof, that's how you have been performing lately. We say in the month of January, a little tired now. Or you could be doing it under Leo. You could be doing it for egotistical reasons, and that could be detrimental to you. What do I mean by egotistical reasons? I'm talking about going out working extra hours to get more money to maybe buy your kids some name brand shoes when they got a closet full of name brand shoes. Example, maybe Jordan's come out with a new pair of Jordans. You say, whoa, I got to work an extra 20 hours this week, but I know I'm tired. But I'm going to get these extra 20 hours in so my child can get these new Jordans that's about to come out next week. You know what I'm saying? So it's saying you've been performing with that type of energy, knowing you already exhausted. You already know you need to take a break. You can feel it. And so the cards are saying come February, hey, you're going to have to make a choice. Either you're going to keep working under this energy of being depleted, and to the point you're going to totally deprivate yourself and make yourself vulnerable where you can't even provide for those that are worthy of your time, your energy, and effort, including yourself. So that seems like it's a warning to Cancer that you can be on the verge if you don't make this decision about cutting things out of your life that are consuming your energy, and it doesn't deserve your energy. It doesn't deserve your time. It doesn't deserve your effort. It doesn't deserve your sexual fluids. It don't deserve it. Cut it out. So you can have that energy in reserve or stored up to use as you move forward. Now back to this Queen of Wands. Remember, she came in reverse. The final fire sign is Sagittarius. Sagittarius represents beliefs or philosophies. So you believe based on some influence, prior influence in your life. You're supposed to work like a dog every day of your life, including for a loser or for something that has no value. You're not going to accumulate any interest or brownie points in doing it. I'm going to tell you a story that I feel like this really plays into. There are women that, buy into men and work it every day in order to make sure that they have an allowance for a man, to keep the man. You tired. You feel it. You know it. You know that man is not investing back into you, not showering you with love and affection or any type of emotional support. You know it, but you keep on going. This type of person keep on going to make sure what they have enough to give this man an allowance to try to keep this man around. See, your cards are saying, Cancer, that In the month of February, you have to make a decision. The example I just offered says to Cancer, either you're going to release that sap-sucking joker that you've been trying to finance. You know you've been wrong. You done exhausted yourself doing it. You're going to release them. And that energy that you would have gave that sap-sucking joker becomes yours, Cancer, to use at your will, to uphold you, to carry you through, because you're worthy of it. Or, Cancer, even though you know how you feel. You know you're tired. You know you're weary. You know you wore out. You can ignore it if you want to. And you can keep that sap-sucking joker around. And you can pick up them extra hours of work. And you can give him his allowance to try to keep him around. But guess what, Cancer? This type of scenario suggests that the time or moment is soon approaching. February is giving you a period of escape. So we starting to talk about into March. That in March, when the sap start running in the trees, that man gonna run out. He gonna run out with all the allowance you gave him. He gonna run out with your heart and everything else, and you gonna be depleted and not be able to take care of yourself. And you ain't gonna be able to take care of yourself under this scenario. Like what? Your heart gonna be broke, and you ain't gonna have the energy or the reservoir to help sustain you as you go through the healing process of this sap-sucking joker showing you who he really is and how you really feel about you. Hopefully that made sense. That went a little deep, Cancer. So let me try to summarize what this tarot reading was about for you for the month of February. It says in February, Cancer, you already feel it. You know you're tired and exhausted. Make your choice. Either you're going to let go of something that's draining your energy that ain't worth it, and then have that for you in reserve to use at a later time. It's going to uphold you at another time of maybe some peril or trouble or something like that. Or you can just be a Cancer that ignore how you feel and keep on keeping on, exhausting your vital life force on energy on something that ain't worth it. And then soon or very soon, probably in the month of March, that unexpected situation or circumstances is going to come up. And you're going to have troubles making it through that time period because you're going to be too exhausted to be able to think, to concentrate, to plan, to stay calm, to overcome, or to heal. Hopefully it made sense. All right. The next tarot reading is for Leo. Y'all with me? What time is it? Okay. Okay. Next is Leo. Let me show the cards a little bit more. Cancer, leave that joker. My daddy call them jokers. Leave that joker alone. Keep your money to yourself. Spoil yourself. Stack up your cash. Do something. But don't give it to the joker. Okay. That's what my daddy said. Okay, now Leo. Okay. Leo, your motto is I will. No, glitching, don't glitch. I will, and you are a masculine fire sign. Let's see what the cards suggest is in store for you for the month of February. I ask you to please like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. But I'm spotlighting to please. What was my gripe with my channel now? To like the video. Oh yeah, to share it. Because my tarot reading count is down. It's down too much to make it make sense to do. But I do feel like the tarot readings are an important part of understanding what's going on in our world now and in our personal lives. See, everything I talk about on my channel is outside of tarot has to do with the society overall, and the different diversities that exist in our reality. But when it comes to the tarot, I can get more intimate with you at least by zodiac sign. So it's important for part 2, important function to this overall machine called Can Angels Fly Tarot. All right, Leo. Your first card is the 5 of Swords in reverse, pointing back to the 4 of Swords. Let's first talk about the 4 of Swords. As the 4 of Swords talks about your inner emotional state as a direct result of what you know, what you think, the communications that's been happening between you and another or others. You know, it's these various ideologies out here that exist. I believe this, you believe that. And so how do you feel at this current time based on your most current events about how you feel versus what somebody else feel, or what you think versus what somebody else think? Because it seems like in the month of February, it's possible that there's going to be a time period or event that occurs in which you're in close proximity to some others, and it's going to get a little messy, possibly gossip or debating, debating amongst friends and peers about what is what. An example, to try to make what I'm seeing make sense. It is possible that in the month of February, Leo, you will be socializing, entertaining, in the midst of, you could be doing, what's that, Zoom, and with a group of your peers, and the topic of the vid and the vax come up, and then a debate grows out of the conversation topic of the vids and the vax, focusing on the vax. Should you or shouldn't you partake in the vax? And so it gets a little messy, and people start, kind of tongue lashing each other and each other's beliefs and ideas and things like that. And so it's saying right now, where are you? It's like the cards is like saying you have to be aware of where you are emotionally right now. Some Leos could be already in this place where they're irritated because what? You've already, before going into this social meetup, maybe you've already had opposing ideas to somebody in your intimate life, and they'd have frustrated you about something. I don't know what the topics are or the scenarios or situations that you deal with as a individual Leo, but this is what's been happening to you all. Somebody could have been and got on your nerves, and you're already frustrated, and if it's like a sensitive place, you're going to bring up the vid and the vax again, and I got to talk about it again, or it could be about, I don't know, time management, money management. Oh, you're already frustrated because you already had this conversation with your spouse or your significant other. And, oh, now we're in this meetup group and you're going to bring up this topic again. I'm already antsy about it. I'm already frustrated about it. By the time I get to this meetup in February. And so it's saying right now, Leo, take the time to understand where you are. And I think the cards are suggesting that you take this moment to understand where you are emotionally, like how emotionally connected you are to your own ideas or thoughts. Because if you are a Leo that's already frustrated, you've already had certain conversations, maybe not with this particular group that you're going to be involved with in February, but you've already had this conversation. You've already had to state your stand on something. And it may have been a fierce battle that left you upset, or shaken in that area. And so if you enter into another social arena, talking about small social meetup, like a Zoom meetup or something, and the same topic come up when you're already up in arms, you're all ready to do battle, and so you're going to be coming in more militant or aggressive, no bars hold, might not have any empathy, no sympathy, not, what I'm saying? It's saying be aware now before you get into the month of February. So when you enter that arena again, It almost seems like it's going to come on sudden, like you didn't know the topic was going to come up again, or the idea, or the ideology, or the competition of some type, and you end up in there. It's like being prepared. Forewarned is forearmed. Being prepared so that you can keep your cool about yourself. Okay, the next card is the Hangman in reverse, and the Hangman in reverse suggests that of not taking this period right here, right now, up until you have that meeting in February, the meeting of the peers, or the meeting of the minds. Not taking that period to really see where you are, especially in relationship to a particular subject matter. I use the example of the VAC, the VID, and the VAX, and should you partake in the VAX? It could be a very sensitive topic. What's other sensitive topics? That religion, your stance on religion. Maybe you're a Leo that is not a religious person, but you're spiritual. And that whole, what's it called? Dichotomy, I think is the word. I'm not sure if I'm using that word right. Just trying to expand my vocabulary. Has been one that you've dealt with quite often. And you've grown sensitive in that area. Because maybe the religious people that you have interacted with over time have tried to bash you for being spiritual, or maybe participating in divination or something. And so you have fought fiercely in times past to stake your claim and stand on it. But it's a sensitive spot. And then here comes February, that you're joining in a group of some type. I used the example as a Zoom meeting. And the same damn topic come up again. So it's saying right now, wherever that sensitive place is for you, to really get in tune with yourself, to understand just how sensitive you are on a particular subject matter. Because relative to some subject matter, whether it's, again, the VAD and the VIX, the VID and the VAC, whatever, religion versus spirituality, I don't know, black versus white, as far as nationality or race or whatever topic you're really sensitive in, and you found that you've been trying to stand your ground on for some time, evaluate yourself there. Understand that you're sensitive there. Be aware that in the next few weeks, you will enter a social circle that, unless you watch this video, aren't aware that that same topic is going to come up. That same debate is going to rear its head. But now it's going to be amongst multiple people, multiple peers. And you can get in there and glitch out and having to overreact or something like that, unless you are aware of just how sensitive this area is to you. It's like carry this awareness with you at all times, so that you can always, again, maintain your composure when you're confronted with the unfolding of the similar scenario playing out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the Hangman card is saying that most Leos aren't going to acknowledge or recognize this sensitive spot in themselves. They're not going to look back over their previous life experience, in which it keeps coming up over and over and over again. You're not going to look at it. And I'm sure that without tarot and astrology to inform a person to take the time to look at that, who would? Who would? What in life? I'm kind of Aquarius ranting now on your behalf, Leo. Who in life is just going to turn and say, I'm really sensitive about the VID in the background. I'm really sensitive about religion and versus spirituality. I'm really sensitive about race, black and white. Let me think about that. How angry I get, or upset I get, or whatever the case may be. Who does that? I mean, do we? Are we compelled by life to do it, outside of being instructed to by astrology or tarot? I'm just saying, end of my sidebar, end of my Aquarius rant on behalf of Leo. But anyway, if you're on this channel, you know to look. You know to look. You know to evaluate it. The next card is the Sun card. This is so interesting. The Sun card represents your actual vital life force energy, your sense of self-worth and value, and your self-esteem. Why are the cards suggesting that you look over this place that you have the potential to be vulnerable in, or oh gosh, volatile in? It could lead to be volatile, emotional, reactive. It's saying, hey, what? So you can keep your cool and your sense of self-worth. And this, I find this reading really interesting, Leo, because it seems like it ties in with Hillary Clinton. I wonder if Hillary Clinton gonna pop up on our world scene in the month of February. Because in her natal chart, it talked about a person, a soul that incarnated into a physical vessel that needed to be trained in how to manage its emotional response or reactivity to opposition. You got to go locate that video I did on Hillary Clinton. It's a natal interpretation. Um, but it's like that for you, Leo. It is like that. I'm so surprised. Oh, these motherfuckers shooting. See, okay. Do I need to get on the floor? Y'all, I'll be right back. I gotta go make sure my kids is okay. No play. Be right back. These mother suckers. Pearl, are you and Alexis on the floor? Wow. So they out there having a party again? This is ridiculous. I'm in the middle of a live. I can't complete a whole live without some ghetto stuff happening. Just amazing. These mother suckers still shooting. Oh my God. Y'all hold on. Because these mothers, I hear somebody hollering, oh no. I got to go be a little nosy. Y'all, I'm my video still live. I just love to say. Listen to that. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to take a break. See, I had to duck and dive, dive and duck, because they out here shooting. It's a sorry, Leo. I apologize, but it's I stay off of Main Avenue, and they opened up uh, uh what is it called? What do you call these things? Like a bar or a lounge. What do they call them? Like a cabaret hall. Right down, not even it's a few steps away from me. And now, even during COVID, you know, first they were catering to, when they first came, they were catering to proms, receptions, and things like that. So it was easy breezy. But over this year, it's like, so it's privately owned. And so they still been renting it out, and they still been having functions, major functions. Sometimes there's so many cars up and down the avenue that they can't even fit down the avenue without walking several blocks. So they start coming down the, you know, residential blocks. It'd be off the chain. And so it's getting bigger and bigger crowds, especially since this COVID thing is happening. And they're obviously just renting they're spaced out for just basic parties now. And now it seems like every other week is some shooting now going on. And I know I'm all off on some other stuff. Aquarius rant. Maybe I can turn Leo off so Leo won't think I'm talking to them. Now it's shooting, but the whole dynamics that I'm dealing with here relative to that is I've heard that they have a hotline that they are, broadcasting to citizens to be able to use to call in case somebody is breaking like the quarantine rules or the 6 feet thing. And I don't want to be that kind of person. This is what I don't like about this world. This is an Aquarius rant card. No, I can't help it. This is what I don't like about this world, that people really cannot regulate themselves. I know based on my experience that this vid is real. I don't think it's as fatal as being promoted, but I know it's a real element a person can come down with. I get that, and I understand that we need to practice, maintaining, sanitizing and things like that. Quite similar to the common cold. I don't see how this particular ailment can be more contagious. I don't see that because it's comparable to the common cold. So how do you catch the common cold? Same thing. So you just have to do your best not to try to, come in contact with it. But when I talk, I'm talking about the ailment and the need to socially, what do they call it? Social distance. And all of these people. This is, when I say it be so many people, it's so many people. So many people. And let me tell y'all something. I'm a psychic. Now, I've been over here in this area about 13 years. And I was at least one time I could think of, I was invited up to that same location, for a gathering. And I was going to go, and then something hit my spirit. I was doing the 420 back then. Something hit my spirit. I said, well, I ain't going up in there. I was like, I saw and could sense the violence events that would come. Now, at the time, all that time, it's been easy breeze. See, my dog barking because of the people now. It just never stops. It's like this, I'm in hell, mad Luke. And so I wouldn't go because I felt it on my spirit. It took years before what I felt start to unravel. And it's been unraveling now for the last year. About the last year since this COVID thing started. And they've been renting that hall out and breaking the law. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, do I start calling on these people? I don't want to be that kind of person. But we're talking about hundreds of people right here on the corner doing our current events, and they drunk and they violent. That's the part that bothers me. Every time y'all see me go live, I'm like, motherfucker, shoot. They shooting again. Like every single time. And not only that, then I live off of Avenue. So I live in the not too far, within a mile, or less than a mile, of the sector of the Avenue that the hot boys used to race their cars, show off, float, and that just started because I'm a long time Detroiter. I'm all in Aquarius right now. I'm a long time Detroiter. And so I know where they have ran cars at. I'm 50 years old. So imagine when I was 17, 18, all the way through, plus my children's father was into the old school cars. So I know where they ran the cars at. They never ran them right here. Now, all of a sudden, this is where they run the cars right here. So it's more shooting too. And that's been in the last two years or so that all this activity and migrated over in the area I'm at. My area used to be pretty quiet. Now it's getting really, really hostile. I'm sorry, y'all. I just get so upset about stuff. Get so upset about stuff. And I'm not trying to be sitting in my house delivering no YouTube message and get fucking, excuse me, I didn't make it. getting shot in the head or some stuff. Because these mother suckers want to party and show off and flow boat and pass the vid along and make the situation worse. Oh, I'm just gonna calm down. I get so upset sometimes. I get so upset, y'all. Okay, so let me finish, Leo. What was I talking about, Leo? Your motto is I will. You're a masculine air sign, Leo. And I was talking about how in the month of February, you may be in a volatile environment, more a social debate, volatile environment on the subject matter that you're highly sensitive to. And the cards are saying, hey, be aware of where you're sensitive, you know. And I was pointing you to Hillary Clinton's birth chart interpretation that I did. And it's saying you need to be aware of this so like you won't glitch out or overreact when you find yourself suddenly or abruptly in a meetup with others. And this topic that's really sensitive to you crops up, you know, so you can keep your cool and composure and your self-esteem. Because I feel like if you glitch out in front of these peers, your self-esteem is going to suffer a hit. Your self-esteem is going to suffer a hit, a lowering of your self-esteem. But if you are aware that certain topics are very sensitive in nature to you, your nature is sensitive to certain topics, then you will be prepared to brace yourself and to, again, like coast yourself through whatever experience unfolds. Your next card, Leo, is the Queen of Pentacles, and she comes in reverse. And the Queen of Pentacles represents our earth energy. And it is about manifesting, creating, sustaining, or building something in particular. And with this Queen of Pentacles means in direct relationship to the sun, you're trying to sustain your sense of self-worth, your social value, your ego. And with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it could suggest that you may be trying to sustain your ego in earth ways. Example of what I mean, remember this sensitive topic or subject area is the key. Is saying, okay, well, you could be, let's see how would Taurus act. I'm so thrown off by all that shooting and all the noise they partying in the car. Oh, just driving nuts. Taurus, it is for the pleasure, value, indulgence. Can I even think now? Indulgence. Indulge. Talking about the topic. Indulging in the topic. I guess one way I can interpret this after being interrupted, and it's throwing me off, is sometime when even if we are sensitive to a subject matter and it comes up and we find ourselves like kind of trapped in a social circle or in a social environment in which we just can't get up and run out, we just can't get up and leave, we have to be a part, we're actively involved in a participant, that sometimes we can, if we are aware of, something that we're sensitive about being on the floor amongst those meeting, that if you're aware of it, if you got the heads up, if you got foreknowledge about what's about to occur, then you can just participate in a moment for the pleasure of indulging. Just indulging a person, not being emotionally invested in whatever takes place during this meetup, and just indulging, or based on, previous experiences you had where you were highly sensitive, maybe this time around when you engage, if you're aware that it's about to come back up and you need to keep your cool, you may use the Virgo energy of being more prepared. Who is that? Pearl? Lacey, what you doing? Okay, just let me know when you come out. Thank you. You could be more prepared, have more details to support your ideas, your ideologies, etc., etc. Maybe in times past you knew what you knew, you believed what you believed, but you had never thought about, oh, I got to defend it and have this list of rebuttals or attacks to support your position. Well, because you know it's going to happen now. You also know you're very, again, sensitive in that area because of previous experiences. Take the time to have your details ready that support you, and you can say them again, calm, cool, collective. Put your supports on the table, supports to what your beliefs, your philosophies, your ideas, your ideologies. You don't bust a sweat because you know you got your facts straight. You know, or a Capricorn, how could this manifest? You can use this time to build, when this meetup happened, if you calm, cool, and collective, you can use this as an opportunity to build something, sustain something, or create something in your physical world, like what, an alliance. You can create an alliance. Be like, okay, I know that me and this person, once you hear the conversation start, we're going to be in opposition. Okay, let them put, stand up for their beliefs from their position and why, and I'm gonna stand up for mine. But I, Leo, understand where we can work or collaborate our energies or our perspectives in order to create something in this world. Hopefully that made sense. And so let me kind of summarize what I'm talking about here, Leo, for you in the month for the month of February, including your motto of I will. You said relative to your motto, Leo, you will, if you have forewarning of this meeting that will include subject matters that you're sensitive on, you will prepare. You will prepare. You will have your facts and your evidence and your supporting evidence or documents ready to submit during this debate or argument. You will know to not become emotionally invested in this debate, just partake in it for the pleasure of debating. Come in, please. I'm almost done. I can't be professional. It don't matter. Can you ask Pearl, please? I'm freezing. And tell her turn. I don't want to turn all the way up, but it's like it's not on or something. Just up just a little bit more. Thank you. And last but not least, Leo, you will, if you can, use this moment that you meet up with these others to literally come to understand who you can forge alliances with and work in unison with them to build something in your physical world that is what profitable to you. Whew. Anywho, thank you all for coming here to Can Angels Fly Tarot and allowing me to read the tarot cards to see what they suggest is in store for Aries. Let me see. They just throw me a god dang off. Thank you for allowing me to read the tarot cards for Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo for the month of February of this here new year, 2021. I ask you at this time, please like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Until next time, bye. Oh yeah, and if you're ever interested in ordering your own personal tarot reading, you can do so by contacting me by email. My email is canangelsfly1@gmail.com. Now, until next time, bye.